Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. So today I wanted to do an Alice in Wonderland themed reading. And the reason for that is because yesterday, as I'm recording this, was the 70th birthday of the Alice in Wonderland movie, which is one of my personal favorite movies. I just absolutely love it. I love the book as well. So anything Alice I love, anything Disney I love really. But anyways, so I decided to do this reading, and it's going to be a pick a card reading, and it's what is not as it seems. And we have 3 piles. So just take a minute, center yourself, ground yourself, ask yourself, your higher self, angels, guides, whichever way that you connect, intuition, higher self, which pile has a message for you. And pile number 1 is going to be Mad Hatter. Pile number 2 is going to be Alice. And pile number 3 is going to be the rabbit. So let's jump right in. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you chose the Mad Hatter sticker. I actually had a Mad Hatter birthday party for my dog. If anyone wants to see pictures and you follow me on Instagram, I would love to share them with you. It was too much. Anyways, I'm going to put that sticker there. So we are going to be using the Alice in Wonderland Tarot and some Alice Oracle cards, as well as other Oracle and other Oracle cards. They are pre-shuffled. I haven't seen them yet. As a reminder, this is a general reading. So if something resonates, take it. If it doesn't resonate, do not take it. If it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you, and that's okay. Not every single pick a card has a message for us. So let's get started. So what are you not seeing, my pile number 1? What is not what it seems for my pile number 1s? We have 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, Judgment. This is an interesting one. So with the spread for my pile number 1s, what is not as it seems is your perception of what's going on in your life right now. There is a feeling here of imbalance. You are not feeling very balanced. You are not sure. It almost feels like you're feeling like you need to leave something behind, but you're not exactly sure what that is. For some of you, you're kind of feeling this, this call to do more, this call to kind of act on what you've already been feeling for a while. It's almost like the whisper is starting to turn, the internal whisper is turning into a scream. But there's this sense here of you're trying to create balance and it doesn't feel like it's happening for you. It almost feels like this is kind of split into 2 for my pile number 1s. So it feels like for some of my pile number 1s, it just feels like you don't have many options at all. It feels like you just are kind of stuck and you're trying to figure out how to move forward. For my second group in pile number 1, there's this feeling of I have too many options and I'm not sure what to explore. For some of you, you're feeling quite lonely. You want to connect to others and that just doesn't feel possible. For others of you, part of the reason that you're feeling overwhelmed is because you're giving too much of yourself to other people and you're being asked to choose yourself. You're being asked to ground your energy. You're being asked to be mindful of how much you are giving to others. And this is kind of coming in as a wake-up call. There's this energy of a wake-up call here for my pile number 1s. It's this energy of, for some of you, you may be feeling exhausted because you're giving so much of yourself. You are giving so much to other people. You are giving so much that you don't have enough to give to yourself. For others, again, it's this energy of feeling stuck when you're really not stuck. There's options for you, and you would be able to tap into those options if you were to connect to others. So there's kind of a split group here. There's a group that's kind of my isolated group, and you stick to yourself, you do everything for yourself, and it's kind of getting to the point where you need to be open to receiving support from others. For others of you, you are the person that's always doing things for other people and you're giving way too much of yourself. No matter where you are in this, you're being asked to connect to balance, to bring more balance into your life, to bring more balance into the way that you approach things. There's a need to change the way that you're doing something. There's a need to change the way that you are connecting with others. There's a need to change the way that you are approaching the opportunities available to you. For some of you, you are doing all the giving. For others of you, you're kind of receiving a little too much to the point where, and the receiving for some of you has to do with, you're just, it's almost like you're even taking on a little bit too much, which kind of puts you back on that receiving side. But there's a need to balance how much of yourself you're giving and how much you are able to receive. There is an opportunity coming for some of you. And this is saying, for those of you that are feeling stuck, for those of you that are feeling like nothing is happening, there's something coming for you, but you're not seeing it yet. And there's a need to remain open to it. But there's a need to close out the way that you do something. There's a need to bring balance in, so when this opportunity comes in, you are actually able to receive it and able to work with it. Let's look at these cards here. Throne, your potential is endless. Yeah, there's a lot of potential here, and I'm not so sure that you feel that potential. For some of you, be mindful though that for some of you, you're taking on too much. Like any opportunity that comes your way, you're willing to take it on. And this is the time to hear your inner calling and figure out what is meant for you and what is not meant for you. Escapist, come home to yourself. Yeah, there's this need to really connect to self for my pile number ones, because there's this energy of, again, there's opportunities here. And for some of you, you're not viewing these opportunities. You're not even aware that they're coming. You're not even aware that they're in your immediate, because I feel like the opportunities are like right upon you. If not, they're like staring you in the face, but you're not seeing them because you're too busy giving of yourself, or you're too busy, I have to say it because I see it. Some of you are so busy feeling sorry for yourself. For others of you, there's a need to walk away from something in order to welcome something else in. And for some of you, what that you have to give up is how you relate to others and how much of yourself you are giving. It's good to give, but it's also good to give to yourself. It's never good to give to the point where you have nothing left for yourself, pile number one. Witch, justice is coming. Put her there. I can't get him to stand. All right, let's put him there. And bitch fire, stand up for yourself. Yeah, some of you are giving way too much of yourself, and this is causing this lack of balance in your life, and there's a need to walk away. There's a need to walk away from something or a way of doing things. There's opportunities. For some of you, you just have to walk away from the mentality that nothing is happening for you, that nothing is coming for you. Because what's not as it seems is the fact that there's no opportunities for yourself, the fact that you are a victim, the fact that you are trapped in some way, or the fact that you have no potential. You absolutely have these things available to you. It's about tapping into them. Some of you, be careful with how you are. This is an Alice in Wonderland reading, and we are having escapism come up, or the escapist, which is saying be careful of how you are entertaining yourself, because right now it's about getting in contact with your soul purpose and the things that make you feel at home within yourself. And again, for some of you, stand up for yourself. You don't have to accept everybody's burdens because they don't want to carry them. If that is a requirement in your friendships, it's time to find new friendships, or it's time to set boundaries. If you've taken the time to speak your needs and people are still not respecting you, pile number one, it's time to walk away. or set firmer boundaries and actually follow through. If you're setting boundaries and you're not following through, are they really boundaries? So for my pile number ones, also with justice is coming, you are creating your own justice. You are creating balance. Justice is all about balance too. Let's see what we have. I picked 3 of these angel cards. Archangel Uriel, which is all about illumination. Yeah, and purpose. There's kind of this need for purpose here. I apologize. I don't know what's happening out there. Compassion and beauty. Yeah, you need to see your own worth. You need to see your own beauty. You need to be compassionate towards yourself. Be kind to yourself, because I feel like you could be very hard on yourself. And again, there's this energy of nothing is happening for me. Nothing is going to come my way. Nothing is going to work for me. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to stop feeling like you are a victim. You need to connect with your own internal compass, your own purpose, because your potential is endless. And again, you need to face this head on. Don't just escape from it. Don't try to, don't sit on your phone all day, pile number 1. Don't avoid making certain choices. Don't avoid going after certain possibilities. Because there's a lot for you, and you have the opportunity to create balance at this time. And again, make sure that what you're giving is in balance with what you are receiving. If you are in one-sided friendships, relationships, it's time to walk away from them. By the book. To be fair, again, justice. This represents justice. And we have 1111 here. Between worlds and clean it up. These cards have been coming out a lot in readings, general readings, just readings, period. All right, pile number 1. What is not as it seems is, I don't feel that you think there's balance coming. I don't feel that you think that there is karma is being cleared, that you know that you're going to get your justice in some way. And it feels that you're very stuck. You're not realizing that newness is coming, opportunity is coming, clarity is coming for some of you. Every time I move these to try to make them look better, they look worse. Clean it up is saying there's a need to be present. There's a need to be mindful. There's a need to be connected to the present moment. Don't escape. Come home to yourself. Be present in this moment. The change can only happen in this moment. You can only get out of this in-between energy. You can only get out of this energy of feeling stuck, of feeling like there's nothing out there for you, by actually being able to be in the present moment. With by the book, to be fair, and justice coming out here, make sure that you are acting in a way that is, and judgment, we also had judgment. Make sure that you are acting in a way that is in alignment with your integrity, with your morals, with who you are and who you want to be. Don't take an opportunity if it feels too good to be true, and you know that it is not in alignment with you in some way. Pass it up, pile number 1. There's no need to accept something that you know deep down is not meant for you. Because it feels like there's justice coming here, and it's almost like a lot of karma is at play here as well. So make sure that you are doing things in accordance with your truth. With 1111 here, this could have to do with relationships. It's also talking about the outside world is mirroring things back to you, pile number 1. So there's a lot of progress coming, but you need to be able to ground your energy. You need to be able to be more mindful. You need to be able to focus on the here and now. What needs to be done right now. Instead of playing on my phone, instead of playing on my computer, instead of being completely distracted, daydreaming, what is needed right now? Where am I at? Where do I want to go? There's this energy of you are actually moving, and I don't feel like my pile number 1s feel that there is movement or progress happening at all. But this entire spread is saying, yes, you are working on balancing things out, and movement, opportunities is coming. For some of you, you have to leave something behind in order for an opportunity to be able to materialize. For others of you, it's about taking something new and leaving something behind. For others of you, it's just about changing the way that you are relating to others and that you are allowing others to relate to you. Again, there's a lot of potential here. And like this card says, stand up for yourself. Some of you really just need to stand up for yourself. With justice here especially. How are you allowing others to take advantage of you in some way? Let's see what we have here. Surrender. All is well. Yeah, and all is well. There is success here for you. Again, that energy of success. I don't think you're realizing how much is actually happening because I don't think you're seeing it yet, or you're realizing that what is currently happening, this feeling of nothingness, is actually something that needs to happen in order for in order for you to be able to move forward, in order for new opportunities to come through. Again, pile number one, this keeps coming through. Just be mindful that the opportunities that you are accepting and participating in are in alignment with who you truly are and who you want to be. They are in alignment with your soul purpose and who you are with your ethics and your morals. Because there could be some opportunities that come up that are not the best ones. And be compassionate towards yourself at this time because you're moving through. It almost feels like you're moving through some shadowy energies. Let's look at these three. Spirituality. Yeah, we have a lot of sevens, like 16 over there. Yeah, we have 7. I saw another 7. Adventure and health. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're doing things to keep yourself healthy, keep yourself balanced. Make sure, again, don't give too much of yourself. For some of you, you need to rest. You need to take a break. For others of you, working with Merkaba energy would be very helpful at this time. There is adventure coming. Again, opportunities are coming, but you're working on leaving some things behind. For some of you, this is as simple as leaving behind old ideas, old thought processes, and reconnecting to your spirituality. And again, who you are and how you want to live your life. Answering the inner call. Making sure that you are in alignment with yourself. Making sure that you are doing things by the book, but the book here is your own internal compass. Pile number 1. These 3 are Alice in Wonderland Oracle cards. Find the lesson, discover the purpose in a situation, trust that you are learning. Yeah, for many of you, this has to do with finding the lesson in where you've been and continuing to see the purpose of your life. What is your purpose at this time? How can you connect to your purpose? What do you feel in your heart your purpose is? And how can you act in accordance with that purpose? Wake up. It's your moment. Again, endless potential. My pile number 1s, you're kind of letting life pass you by because you feel like there are no opportunities. You feel like things are not going to change. But there is so much opportunity here. There is so much waiting to happen for you. And your potential is endless. You have to go after it. For some of you, you just have to walk away from certain ways of thinking and being. And for many of you, it's that idea that there's nothing for you that you need to walk away from. We're all mad here. Everyone is a little different. Yeah, for my pile number 1s, embrace who you are. Embrace your uniqueness. Embrace how eccentric you are. You're not meant to fit in. Stop trying to escape because you're afraid to be seen. Decide that you are going to create opportunities if you do not see them, but there's some coming in if they're not already there for you. Some of you are afraid to go after something, and you've kind of decided that instead of going after it, you're just going to be in this energy of complete distraction. For some of you, I really am seeing this, and I have to say it. I know a lot of us struggle. I struggle with this too. But for a lot of you, it's time to put down the phone, the computer. There's something that you're constantly just scrolling. I'm kind of seeing that card. I believe it's the 10 of Swords from the Modern Witch Tarot. That's kind of that image that I'm getting. Someone just laying down and just kind of scrolling, and everything kind of just feeling very heavy for them. But my pile number 1, what you are not seeing is how much potential you have, how many opportunities there are for you. And what you're not seeing is how you're holding yourself back for some of you. And what you're not seeing is that there's a need to balance how much you give of yourself at this time. For many of you, you're giving way too much of yourself and you're actually putting other people before you. And what you're not seeing is how your uniqueness is part of your beautiful gift, part of your beautiful essence, and what makes you yourself. And you're not seeing just how much blessings are coming to you. For some of you, work with the root chakra. That's coming in very importantly. Colors red and black are coming in important as well. Red and black. I feel like those colors could be very healing for you at this time. Or you could be someone that really enjoys the color red and the color black, and that's just kind of extra confirmation for you. But that is what is not as it seems. It's how much potential you have, how much is happening for you, how much is yet to come for you, and how much you can create the life that you want, pile number 1. I hope this reading resonated. Please let me know if you have any comments, questions, suggestions for future videos. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified when I post next. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, that information is in the description box below. Thank you so much, Pile 1, for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Hi, Pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose the Alice sticker, and this is what is not as it seems. I kind of just wanted to do something with the Alice stickers because Alice just turned 70 yesterday. As I'm recording this is a timeless reading. Just as a reminder, this is a general reading. If something does not resonate, do not take it, leave it behind. Sometimes certain readings just don't have messages for us, and that is okay. So let's get started with the Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. You guys had extra cards. Ace of Swords, so what is not as it seems. Queen of Swords, a lot of mental energy. 2 of Cups. 5 of Cups. King of Wands. And the Chariot. All right, so my pile number 2s, what is not as it seems. So there's this energy here of, I feel like for my pile number 2s, some of you are seeking clarity and it's not coming to you, or at least you don't have a clear answer in the way that you would want to have it. This could have to do with a relationship for some of you. For others of you, there's this energy of you're just feeling, there's some disappointment here. And again, this could have to do with a relationship for some of you. Doesn't have to be. But there's a sense of disappointment because things are not moving as fast as you'd like them to move, or they're not, it doesn't appear that it's headed in the way that you would like them to head in. For some of you, I have to say this because I'm seeing this. This does feel like for a few of you, this is going to be about a relationship. And we have air prominent and fire. So it could be that you are a Aries, Leo, Sag, or your person is. Or you could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or your person is. Doesn't have to be. Just have to mention those because they're coming up strongly. But if that message is resonating, there's just a sense of disappointment here and things are not going where you'd want them to go. They're not moving how you'd like them to go. You kind of, maybe it felt like this was more promising than when it actually turned out to be. For others of you, there's this sense of kind of an internal struggle of trying to find purpose, trying to find where you're meant to go, where you're meant to be. For others of you, I am seeing that this could have to do with like a business, a project that you're working on, a career, and there's just this sense of disappointment and you're kind of looking for clarity and it's not really coming to you and you're trying to figure out which way to go. No matter what situation you're in, what I'm getting with these cards is there's this sense of trying to figure out which way to go. Trying to move them out of that glare. as much as possible. There's kind of this energy of trying to find clarity, trying to remain as calm as possible, trying to remain with a cool head, but it's kind of hard because there's a lot of emotions here mixed into this, and there's some disappointment happening and just feeling like things have not gone the way that you wanted them to go, and you're trying to decide which way to go. You're trying to decide what the next step could be. You're trying to decide how to make things work in your favor, or what action to take. But there's kind of this energy of stalling because I don't feel like you have clear answers. For some of you, you are trying to take action, but it doesn't seem to be working. For most of you, I do feel like it's more of like you're stalling because you just don't have the information that you would like to have in order to be able to move forward confidently. And again, it just feels like there was something that could have just seemed like it was for you. It was very promising, whether that was a relationship, a job, a project, and now it's kind of feeling like, I don't know. I thought this was going to be something else. I thought this was going to feel better. I thought this was going to deliver more. Let's see what we have here. Unplug and relax for a spell. Yeah, that Tower. That energy of needing to take a break. It's almost like no matter what you're trying to do, pile number 2, so this is kind of split. Some of you know that you don't have the answers and you know that it's not time to make movement. Others of you are kind of being forced into this Tower, this unplugging and relaxing. But some of you are just kind of sitting there because it's like, I don't know which way to go. Creativity, you're being asked to be creative for some of you. Some of you, this could do with a creative project. I don't know what's going on outside today. Sorry if you're hearing that. Flower, be honest with yourself. Yeah, there's a need here to be honest with yourself. There's a need to connect to self. This clarity is already within you. You have what you need to come up with something, but you're kind of waiting for an outside source. The Queen of Swords is ready here. She's ready to see this truth. She's ready to access it. But for some of you, there's a lot of feeling around this and you can't quite see it. Again, for some of you, this could be about a relationship. Potion, remember to practice self-love. I love it. Yeah, for some of you, there's a need to practice self-love at this time. Again, it's almost like this pause. You're in this place of you're being called to take a pause here. Be honest with yourself. Unplug. This does feel similar to pile number 1. It's been happening in my last couple of readings. They've kind of felt, pile 1 and pile 2 felt similar. So it could be just collective energy, similar collective energies. If this is about a relationship, practice self-love. Even if this is not about a relationship, practice self-love. But if this is about a relationship, practice self-love and take a break. You don't necessarily have to decide anything right now. Allow clarity to come in. For some of you, you are ready to cut something off, but you're not sure. You're unsure of yourself and you're not being honest with yourself because you know. If this is about a relationship or something that you feel the need to cut off or to cut away or to do away with, and you're 99% sure, but you're like, I'm just not sure. What if this is not the right thing? Be honest with yourself. There is no right or wrong answer. There's nothing that's going... Spirit is basically saying, we're not going to come out of nowhere and tell you what to do. It's your choice. It's going to be up to you which way you go and which way you want to take your life in. Let's see what these guys have to say. Wisdom. You have the wisdom. For some of you, it's about meditating, sitting in contemplation, kind of doing this, unplugging, relaxing, being honest with yourself and practicing self-love. And this moment of clarity is going to come in for you. This aha moment is going to come in for you because it's already within you. Comfort, again, self-care, loving yourself. Archangel Raphael represented by this comfort card. And harmony, Archangel Uriel. Some of you are seeking harmony within a relationship or within yourself or within a project. And it doesn't feel like harmony is coming. And this is saying it's absolutely, the answers are already here. You just have to tap into it. You have to trust yourself. Some of you are waiting for an outside source to give you the answer. If that's the case, I'm sorry, you're not going to get that answer here, because it's about you and what you want to do. I have to say it again, for many, this feels like it has to do with a relationship, or it has to do with another person. It could be a career, a job, something like that. But you have the wisdom. You're very wise. If you unplug and relax, and sometimes the choice that we need to make is not making a choice at all. We can wait for more information to come in. Some of you could be trying to draw in a soulmate. This kind of turned into a love reading. I don't know why. But you could be trying to draw in a soulmate, and this is saying practice self-love and be honest with yourself, because there's a sense of you want it, but at the same time you may be pushing it away a tad bit because there's disappointment from the past. There's this energy that you're still focusing on what hasn't worked out, what has the cups that are spilled instead of what is left, because for many of you there's still 2 cups that are available to you. Seek comfort within yourself, pile number 2. Let's see what these have to say. TikTok. Yeah, there's a sense of, there's this feeling here that you're kind of going against time. I know people hate when I touch the cards sometimes, but I'm sorry. There's this sense of kind of TikTok. I need to do something. I need to come up with an answer. I need to know what I'm going to do. I need to take action now. There's a sense of urgency here. And what this is saying is slow down, pause. There's really no urgency. What's not as it seems is that there really is no sense of urgency. Some of you, if you're trying to draw in a relationship, you could be feeling like you're running out of time. And this is just saying you're not. For others of you, this is about a project, a relationship. Again, you don't necessarily have to make the choice right now. You can take a break. You can wait for more clarity to come in. And for some of you, it's just about tapping to that internal clarity. I am making a mess with these today. New life. Yeah, you're ready for newness. The tribe. Yeah, this is about relationships for some of you. It doesn't even have to be romance. It could be like a friendship or something. But you're ready for new life. But allow it to come in its own perfect timing. This is saying it's going to come in for you. Don't doubt it, but you don't have to rush it. For most of you, you know, what is not as it seems is just that you can unplug and relax. That is actually what is needed. 11:11. This is definitely for some of you about relationships. Remember, you are wise. You don't have to rush anything. You don't have to make anything happen. With the tribes, the right people are coming in for you. Practice self-love and be in that energy of honoring yourself so that those people can come in. Love. I am wonderful. I receive and give love today and always. Yeah, this is about love for most of you. Flow. The glory of the universe flows through me. For most of you, you have to be in flow at this time. This is not about trying to make things happen. This is not about focusing on what isn't happening or trying to make something happen in a specific timeline. This is about practicing self-love, being honest with yourself, unplugging, relaxing. Some of you, yoga can be very helpful. Meditation is coming in as very helpful for others of you. For some of you, working with the element of water, maybe a cleansing bath. Doing a meditation where you visualize yourself being the element of water and allowing yourself to flow. Don't hold on. Ask yourself what will bring harmony to you. And be honest with that. For some of you, if you're in a relationship, it's staying there for a little bit longer until you're more clear as to where you want to go. For others of you is if you're even trying to draw one in and it's not coming in, it's understanding that maybe you're trying to rush it and you're not fully ready for it, that you just need to relax. If this is about work, bringing in this energy of relaxing so that you can clear out the past. You can work on that past energy of disappointment. See what these have to say. Communication. Yeah, some of you just need to be throat chakra. There's a lot of blue here. Throat chakra. Throat, sacral, and solar plexus chakras require some work. You need to be open to communicating. You need to be open to expressing your truth. For some of you, you need to communicate with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself, right? Flower essences, sunflowers, ponies, and pink roses are coming in as important. Daisies as well. For others of you, it's just about being able to communicate your needs to other people, to the people that you are in a relationship with, whether that's friendships, family, love relationships, romantic relationships. But mainly communicating with yourself and being open to what you need. Individuality. Yeah, for some of you, I kind of got that energy that some of you may be trying to draw someone in, but you're not fully ready, and it's there's this energy of why it's not coming in. Practice self-love and be connected to your individuality for a while. For others of you, this is just about you connecting to yourself, communicating with yourself, figuring out what you need as a person, what you are being called to do, what you are being called to embrace at this time. Don't be afraid to be yourself either. King of Wands and Queen of Swords, don't be afraid to be unique. Don't be afraid to not follow others or not do things in the way that others do them. Intuition, yeah. There's definitely a need here to connect to your intuition. You're very wise. Meditation is coming in. Like we see some meditation over there, some meditation here, some meditation there. You need to connect to yourself so you know what you're being called to do. Connect to your higher self. Your intuition knows what you need. Your intuition has the answer, has the clarity, but there's a lot of emotions that are not letting that come in, and you need to let those emotions flow. As they flow, you're able to clear them out, and the clarity is able to come in. Impossible things. Working through disbelief, imaginative leaps, fresh perspective. Yeah. For some of you, there's a need to believe in the impossible. There's a need to gain a fresh perspective on something, and that's what that Queen of Swords and Ace of Swords is there for. But for some of you, you're just blocking that perspective from coming in. And that's why meditation is needed, and that's why you need to be honest with yourself. That's what you're not seeing clearly. That's what it's not as it seems. Such a curious dreams, grounding, returning to reality, coming home. Yeah, you need to ground your energy. You need to practice that self-love. Some of you, if you can, go sit under a tree and meditate. Again, if you can, if it's safe for you. I know certain things are not always safe when they should be. But grounding your energy and bringing yourself to reality. Kind of a reality check. Some of you are focusing on disappointment from the past. Some of you are seeking something because you think you're running out of time. Set your course. And this one says, know where you wish to go, have a plan, the right direction. Yeah. There's a need. I feel like for many of you, you kind of think you know where you're going, or you're trying to gain clarity, but you kind of have an idea. And this is saying it's time to get clear. Clarity is available to you. Use your intuition and not just your mind. Some of you are relying on just the logic, and it's not helping, it's not working, and that's fine. Again, honesty with yourself, because you need to know where you want to go. And for some of you, you're gonna have to choose to go against the grain, to go against the road, to go down the road less traveled. But you need to know where you wish to go. And in order to do that, you have to be able to practice self-love and be honest with yourself and kind of unplug and reconnect to yourself and do some meditation, do some soul digging, do some digging within your own heart and see where you are meant to go. It's very interesting because you pick this sticker, and this is kind of her about to jump down down the rabbit hole. For some of you, it's about going down that rabbit hole of yourself and figuring out what it is that you need. And for some of you, you may be called to end a relationship and go down a different road. For others of you, you may be called not to draw someone in just yet and just do some more self-work or spend some time on your own. Again, whatever it is that you feel, what is not as it seems is that whatever the sense of urgency is not actually as serious as it seems. All right, pile 2, that is what I have for you. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I post again. Let me know in the comment section if you have any suggestions, and if you'd like to book a personal reading, that information is in the description box below. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose the rabbit and his little clock there, and as we know, he's always running late, so let's hope, pile number 3, you're not late for anything. So let's get started. I started with the Alice Tarot, and that's what we're going to start with. Also, just keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take it if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate for you, it's not meant for you, and that is okay. You know yourself best. So let's get started, and this is what is not as it seems at this time. We have the Hermit, 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 9 of Cups, and 10 of Pentacles. All right, pile number 3, let's get started. I don't know why I set these cards like that. I never do that, and now I'm bothered. Anyways, let's get started, pile number 3. So what is not as it seems? It feels like my pile number 3s are going through... You guys are exhausted. If I had to kind of sum this up, I would just say, or I said, are you guys running late when we began? Because you picked the rabbit with the watch there, but the hand watch, but goodness, it just feels like very exhaustive energy, because we have the 4 of Swords, we have the Hermit, we have the 3 of Swords, and we have the 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. So for me, the 3 of Swords, the Hermit, and the 4 of Swords is just speaking to perhaps feeling tired, needing to take a break, feeling a little bit heartbroken, feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Definitely overwhelmed, being called to go within, because we have this Hermit card and we also have that 10 of Pentacles, and this 4 of Swords, where all the characters are kind of going within, and that is standing out to me very clearly. It feels like there is something you want to accomplish. There is something that you have your eyes set on. For a lot of my pile 3s, the current focus is around finances, career, getting to where you want to go in that area, or maybe even a creative project. You want to be financially independent, you want to be successful, you want to connect to that energy. There's a need to go within. So it feels like for my pile number 3s, you are actually further along than you realize. But there's a need to take a break here. There's a need to go within, and there's a need to process kind of your feelings, because I don't necessarily get that my pile number 3s are too focused on feelings right now and on processing everything that's going on. It feels like things have kind of been sped up and you're overworked, overwhelmed. Again, overwhelmed is really coming in with this, but there's this energy of kind of needing to take a break and needing to go within, needing to check in with self, needing to kind of process any emotions, just kind of check in with yourself. Pile number 3, how are you? If I were to ask you that right now, my pile number 3s, do you know, like, can you answer that? How are you right now? Truly checking in, taking a break, and knowing that everything is on track. Things are happening, things are on track, and you can take a break. There is this energy here that you have to keep going, and you can't possibly take a break, or you can't possibly relax, because if you do, things are not going to happen. You have to make things happen, and that's not true. Things are on track for you, but there's a need to process. There's a need to sit with everything else that's coming up. There's some things that want to come up for you, and it's in the emotional realm, and there's also a need for rest here. There's a need to take a break because you are overworked. Again, you chose the rabbit with that watch and that kind of, I'm late. If we've all heard the song, I'm not going to sing it. I will spare you. But we've all heard it, right? I'm late. I'm running late. And this exasperation. That's another good word for this. Do it for you, sundress. Library. Take control of your own narrative. I'll put that there. And princess, you can be your own knight. All right, so for my pile number 3s, let's do it that way. So for pile number 3, there is a need. There's a lot that you want to accomplish. There's a wish. Again, this feels very much in the realm of finances, career, work, projects. And there's something that you want to accomplish, but you're kind of keeping yourself, you're overworking yourself, and it's actually working against you. And there's a need to take care of yourself. The winter here is standing out to me. She's in a sundress, but she's in winter, so that's a very interesting image there. And it's saying you can be your own knight. You are absolutely, I think my pile number 3s, you're very, very, very independent. And you want to accomplish a lot. You want to reach that 10 of Pentacles. But there's a need to take a break. There's a need to pace yourself. There's a need to know when is the time for action and when is the time to go within. Sometimes the breaks that we take are just as important as the action, right? Sometimes when we take a break, we realize something that we did not have. We gain new information. We realize that perhaps our dream has changed somehow, that our wish has changed. So there's a need to go within here, pile number 3. For some of you, there's a lot of emotions that are kind of pushed down, that are ready to come to the surface. There's a lot of rest that is needed. There's a lot of regeneration of yourself. And again, take control of your own narrative. Success doesn't have to look a specific way. In order to be successful, you don't have to do it in a certain way. And a part of being successful is knowing when to connect within. It's knowing when to take a break. It's knowing when to process your emotions. And it's knowing when to take a nap. Let's see what we have here. I believe you guys had extra cards in this pile. Transience, and that is Archangel Raphael. Inspiration, I believe that's Archangel Ariel. And humility, Archangel Uriel. So there's this need here to, again, I just was speaking about this, kind of this energy of when to take a break so that I can be inspired. I can connect to my inspiration. I can connect to what is, to what my goals are, to my dreams, to my wishes, because sometimes they change. And if we're so focused on action, we will miss that there is a change, that something has shifted, that something has transcended, that something has transformed. With humility, there's a need, again, there's a need for some of you to slow down. There's a need for more rest. You are on track. Remain humble, pile number 3, but most importantly, this is saying you are on track. What's not as it seems is the fact that you actually are on track. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to race against time. You don't have to avoid taking a break. For some of you, there's a need to connect to the emotions, and there's a fear there that if you do that, you're not going to be able to be as productive. And there's a need to break free from certain narratives around what production looks like and what success looks like and what does it mean to be successful. It does not mean that you get no rest. It does not mean that you cannot take a break. It does not mean that you're not going to have feelings. There's a need to process everything that's happening, everything that's trying to come in. For some of you, transformation and the energy of the snake is coming in. For a lot of you, the butterfly is coming in as important. And for some of you, there's just a need to kind of sit with yourself and see where you are headed and if that is still in alignment with who you are. I think for many of you, your dream may have changed slightly. And I think for others of you, it's just how you're going about it and your belief around what it means to achieve this wish, or what this wish will look like, or what you have to do to get to your wish. Let's see here. I don't remember which ones. All right, let's look at these guys. Message in a bottle. Yeah, there's more information. There's information trying to come to you, and it's trying to, I feel like this is your higher self trying to communicate with yourself. Kind of give you information, but you're kind of so busy that you're not receiving it, and that's why you're being asked to meditate. That's why you're being asked to take a break, to go within. Come to the edge. Again, that energy of, yeah, time for a nap. Never ending story. There's something here that is kind of looped around. There's a narrative here. There's a belief. There's something that it's keeping you looping in the same circle. It's keeping you on that wheel. It's almost like a hamster on a wheel. Come to the edge is saying, come on out. Let's try something new. Take a nap. Take a break. Come to the edge. For some of you, come to the edge is about coming to the edge of your feelings and actually going within. Stop avoiding certain feelings. Stop hiding behind action. Stop hiding behind productivity. Do what needs to be done for yourself and break free from certain patterns. There's a pattern here with never-ending story, and it has to do with how you are going about working, how you are going about what you want to achieve. And again, there's almost this energy of, I don't want to connect to myself. I don't want to sit with myself. I want certain things. I want that 10 of Pentacles. I want that abundance, that material and spiritual abundance. But I'm not necessarily willing to sit with my 3 of Swords, with that heartbreak, with those feelings, with those intense emotions. I'm kind of running from myself in a way. And come to the edge of saying, come on, let's meet. Message in a bottle. Your higher self, your intuition, your subconscious has a message for you. There's a need to connect. For others of you, this could talk about communication coming in. And it says you can be your own knight. For some of you, this is about not necessarily relying on someone else to quote unquote save you. Pile number 3. That's not for everyone, but it is a message coming in. I'm hearing the name Amanda. I don't know, maybe there's an Amanda watching. If that means anything to you, take it. If it doesn't resonate, leave it behind. As always, this is a general reading. But for some of you, it's time to take a nap. It's time to be more adaptable. It's time to break free from the wheel. I kind of keep seeing a hamster on a wheel, and it's just going and going and going and going. And it's kind of time to step off of that, take a nap, take a break, see what wants to come in. See what messages are coming in from your angels, your guides, your higher self. Let's see what these two have to say. Purification. My energy field is being cleansed of all that I do not need. Yep. You're letting go of something. You're breaking free. You are no longer going to be a puppet. Passion. I passionately accept and love myself. And it's time to kind of do some integration here. Love all parts of yourselves, the parts that you deem good and the ones that you don't deem so good, or the ones that you think of as bad or as they could be better. With purification, some of you would benefit from saging, smudging, doing some sort of cleansing. Florida water is coming in for some of you. Essential oils too, if you have like an diffuser, working with essential oils, but kind of cleansing yourself. And for some of you, a cleansing bath. For some of you, getting in the shower and just kind of visualizing, the water cleansing away any debris, any spiritual debris. But there's a need to break free again from something that you're doing, and the cleanse can help you do that. But also accepting yourself. For some of you, there's a need to accept your body. Body image is coming in strongly. Love yourself more. You are beautiful as you are. What is not as it seems for my pile? Creativity, pride, teaching and learning. Now we have pride and humility here. Some of you need to take pride in who you are. And I have to say it because I'm seeing it. Others of you may need to knock it down just a little bit more and be a bit more humble. I think that is the minority here. With creativity, you are very creative, but I feel like some of you are feeling blocked. If you're feeling blocked, going within, connecting to yourself can help you remove those blockages. And that is why the Hermit, the Four of Swords, and the Three of Swords is here. With the Three of Swords as well, sometimes when we are avoiding certain heartbreaks, when we are avoiding certain feelings, it can block our creativity, because when we block one emotion, we block them all. So for some of you, there's a need to use that heartbreak, that pain, and turn it into something creative. For others of you, this is just saying if you're feeling blocked, the moment you tap in, you're going to be able to kind of connect and move forward. Teaching and learning, some of you are meant to be teachers. Just be sure that you are also learning, that you are remaining humble enough to learn lessons from other people, even if you don't deem those people. Sometimes we see someone and we're like, no, I'm more experienced than them, and that's not true. We can learn something from everyone we encounter. So sometimes for some of you, this feels like a very specific message, but there's like one or two of you where there's somebody in your life that you deem as irresponsible, and that person can actually teach you how to take a break and how to be more lighthearted in your approach. Believe, strange encounters. Yeah, some of you, your angels, your guides are wanting to communicate with some of you. That message in the bottle. Some of you may be experiencing connections with spirit guides, angels, higher self. It feels like somebody may be making themselves known to you from the spirit realm because they're ready to connect. It may be through clairvoyance. It may be through clairsentience, which is clear feeling, clear seeing. It could even be through what you know. But be open to that. The right way, learning to create what you desire. Yeah, some of you are learning a new way to create. You're learning that you don't have to be so rigid in order to create something, that you don't have to be, again, for some of you, there's someone around you that you may see as completely irresponsible, or you're just like, I don't know how that person makes things work, and they're kind of teaching you how to be a little less rigid, how to be a little bit more in the flow of things. So remember, we're never better than anyone else, and we can learn from other people no matter who they are. Whether we are learning what we want to do or what we don't want to do, there's always a learning experience in everyone that we meet. And shine bright like a candle. You will make it through this. Yeah. Absolutely. You have the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. You are going to get your wish. It's just, what's not as it seems is this idea of how you have to go about it and how it has to happen, or how you have to make it happen. For some of you, it's more of just take a break. You may be feeling, on the surface, it may look like you just have to go, 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 go. Again, you did choose Rabbit with his little watch there, pocket watch. But for some of you, it's about learning how to create in a different way, create in a way that is more aligned to who you are and more aligned with what you want to create. Sometimes when we create based on hard work, that is all that we are going to cultivate. Hard work is always going to be hard. That sense of, I just manifested X amount of dollars and now I have to spend it, because there's this energy of it's never enough. So there's a need to look at the beliefs and how hard you think things should be, and how you're going about it. But look at your narratives, beliefs, subconscious, some shadow work here, definitely. And do it for you. Make sure that what you're working on is what you're passionate about and that it's actually your wish and what you still want. Sometimes, again, sometimes what we want changes over time, and that is perfectly okay, pile number 3. But yeah, there's a need to relax. It may not look like that out on the surface, but what's not as it seems is that you're actually being called to relax right now and be open to receiving information, be open to receiving connections to the spirit realm, and just be open to what wants to come through. And for some of you, that's just connecting to your emotions and processing the ones that are not so lighthearted. And all emotions are there for a reason, and they're all teaching us something. All right, pile number 3, that's all I have for you. If you like this reading, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will be notified when I post next. If you have any suggestions, leave that in the box below. And if you would like to book a personal reading, that information is in the description box below. And I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.